Imagine you're home with your beloved one and they just gave you the task of choosing a horror movie for movie night. You open Netflix, you carefully look at the options and you finally select the movie. Not knowing you just sealed your fate. You just chose to waste 1 hour and 34 minutes of your life that will never come back. 1 hour and 34 minutes of pure confusion, and once it ends you will be crying, not because the movie was touching or deep at all, but because your partner just decided to break up with you for ruining your life with such a poor choice, you dumbass. Just look at what you've done, you little fuck. No wonder all of your friends are dating and you cry every night thinking, no, knowing you will die alone. This is how I felt after watching this movie 4 times. A bit ironic, isn't it, considering how much I hate it. Also, if you hear some echo, that's because I just moved to a new apartment and I am too poor to afford furniture. Buy my merch, please. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. I mentioned before about how much I wanted to make a movie review on this specific movie because it was just so bad, people need to stay away from it. And some people even thought I was talking about Twilight, but no. Listen here, folks. Twilight at least manages to make me laugh. This movie doesn't. Yes, it's that bad. Before we continue, this is just a movie review. It's based on my humble opinion and experience watching the movie. And by that I mean my humble opinion alongside the vast majority of those who watched it and kindly expressed how bad it is. Your service will be remembered, you're a warrior. So please, don't sue me. I am not here to talk shit about the director or the actors or whatever. I'm here to shit talk the movie though. The Open House is a movie made by Netflix that falls under the category of horror/suspense. Yes, I should have known by then. Most horror movies are not exactly known for being good. It's actually quite the opposite. With the summary being a teenager and his mother find themselves besieged by threatening forces when they move into a new house. Oh, so it's a movie about ghosts. No. Let me reformulate because I don't think this summary actually works with the movie. A teenager and his mother have to move to a new home after the dad died and took all of our happiness or any emotions at all with him. Snowy, it can't be bad at all, but it is. It is. Why do you think I'm making this movie review? I need to warn the people, I need to save them. This movie sucks so bad that I feel the urge to make this video on YouTube and review it so I can help the poor souls who didn't bother to read the online reviews. Just look at this. This is literally my first movie review, but I am doing it with the sole purpose of making sure that no one else wastes their time watching this movie. 13 things I'd rather do than watch this movie again. Number 1. Explosive diarrhea on my wedding day. Netflix logo pops, followed by the movie's title to make sure you remember the name of what will be your doom. Oh yeah, also while the title's there, you can hear the main character moaning. Which honestly makes you immediately go like, okay, I know that horror movies like to throw in sex scenes for no apparent reason, but damn, already? But no. He's just running. I swear it's not what it sounds like, bro. It's just
okay, I was gonna
running.
say if it like
No.
opens in on them fucking, I'm leaving.
This is Logan, and he's a pretty good runner if you consider that his dad just said that he's almost good enough for the Olympics. This man is either a huge liar or his son is incredibly dumb, proving that by the time we're going back home, it's fucking dark even though the house was in front of them. Listen here, Logan, slow and steady doesn't win the race. Slow and steady dies if being chased by a murderer. You're in a horror movie for f***'s sake. We get inside, mom is having an amazing time thinking about their debt, and the family talks about Logan running and he's off to a shower. We have this whole sequence of shots to show us that he wears contact lenses because why not? Let him take his sweet time taking those off. After all, there must be a reason this atrocity of a movie manages to be 1 hour and a half long. Oh yeah, first jump scare. As Logan puts on his glasses, the idiot dad drops some eggs. And it's fucking loud for no reason.
Egg.
Horror movie egg.
Egg. Oval.
The parents are having an argument about the bills, the landlord, and how both of them are looking for a job. I wonder what Logan is doing to help because apparently this fucker is in high school and yes, his whole personality is I can't see shit and I gotta run fast. As soon as he walks out of the bathroom, they stop talking so the guy doesn't hear. My dear sir, this is a grown-ass man and even if he did look like someone who's in high school, I think it's good to let your kids know that you're almost drowning in debt and becoming homeless. But you know what? In life there are many things more important to talk about than financial stability, like buying eggs.
Get milk too, okay?
Wanna know what happens next? Dad parks, go inside, forgets to buy the damn milk, walks out, gets run over and dies. Meanwhile, Logan watches everything from afar.
Yes!
Funeral happens, they're too broke to afford living at that house, so the rich sister offers her mountain house for them to stay at while they figure things out. There's only one tiny little problem, you see. It's an open house, which means they gotta live every Sunday while random people get in to take a look and decide if they'll buy it. Actually, I lied, that's not the only problem. See, she says the house is just sitting there and that Bruce wouldn't mind either, assuming she's rich and that she's married to fucking Bruce Wayne. This greedy woman loves her sister so much, she can't help with the rent, nor stop the open house thing while they stay there. If you have a mountain house and you look rich, I will assume you also have a beach house or any other house that's just sitting there. Your sister's husband just died, be a bit more generous for fuck's sake. Oh yeah, you might have noticed how I didn't mention what happened to the person who was driving and ran over the father. Who are they? Did they get arrested? Was it an accident? Well, I don't know because the movie itself didn't elaborate on that. I guess the death of the main character's dad is not that important, you know. I mean, we just need a reason for them to move to the open house, right? And for that to happen, we have to ruin a family that was already crumbling. Anyway, Naomi and Logan are now going to the open house, and why is this woman on the phone while driving? You could hit an animal, or even this random guy right here. Oh yeah, my bad, his name is The Man in Black. Naomi panics after almost running over The Man in Black. But once they look back to check, bro's gone. And I truly believe that this fucker here is more worried about the mysterious man being faster than him than the fact that his mom almost killed the guy. Actually, we find out that Naomi is such an empath that her nose starts bleeding out of nowhere. Oh yeah, Logan also has this random ass flashback about his father's death, but honestly, if the movie doesn't care about him, why should we? It actually amuses me how no character in this movie cares about death or life, they just don't give a crap. Naomi herself is freaking out after saying she almost killed that guy, and then out of nowhere she just proceeds to stop at the community market to buy milk. This woman's line of thought was basically, run over, husband's death, husband didn't buy milk myself. While Naomi's at this important task, stupid boy over here drops his stuff and we're introduced to their new neighbor. This is Martha, a sweet old lady whose personality includes being a creep, baking banana bread, and taking long walks in the forest in the middle of the night while people are dying. We'll get to that later, don't worry. Martha explains she knows who they are because Naomi's sister told her they'd stay at the open house. And I think that's completely fine because it's good to let your neighbors not worry about the strangers in your house. Let them know they are not strangers, they are your family. But only one problem, and I just think it's a bit off, that she sent Martha pictures of them via email. Who does that? Who in their right mind would email pictures of their sister and nephew to the neighbor? It's a bit weird, I think we can agree on that. And look, we're talking about Martha, who looks like her soul is wandering and only her body is present every time she's on screen. The fact that Martha is able to open an email and remember their names and faces? That's outstanding. Hats off to her. They leave a store, Logan stares at Martha through the car window. Martha stares back. Logan turns to his mom, and when he turns back, Martha is gone. Just like that. Why is everyone on this mountain so damn fast?
Home sweet home.
Naomi dear, between you and me, how can it be a nice home when one of your throw pillows is placed like that? Not even a second after getting inside, Martha is calling to check if they're okay, which could only lead to two options. Number one, Martha is hiding in the woods and called with a cell phone, or somehow she knows the exact time it takes to get to their home, because may I remind you, they are neighbors, but she lives in another part of the mountain. And no, there's no such thing as a coincidence, not when it comes to this lady. Naomi's now on the phone and Logan starts to walk around the house. He touches this rocking chair and walks away like, yep, my job here is done. I've only got time for rocking chairs and checking weird basements with this flashlight that was right over here because apparently my rich aunt can't afford having working lights in the basement of her mountain house. Anyway, this dumbass trips and falls with his head hitting one of his things and he just dies out of nowhere. I'm a liar, that actually didn't happen. But if that did happen, it would be a whole different story, not because it changes the script, but because I personally would rate it a 10 out of 10. Bro walks by relying only on the flashlight, even though there should be another light switch nearby because, come on, outlets, big space, more than one light bulb, and I was fucking right, babe. Look here, he didn't even try to,
I'm
what the
tired of
fuck?
this guy.
For some reason, the background music gets really dark, only to reveal this dead end with what seems to be a pile of wood. Ooh, how scary!
Was that the big thing? Is that what the music was leading up to? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
You're shitting me.
And then after this jump scare that Lex jumps and scares, this idiot is just trying to leave when out of nowhere one of the steps just collapses? Okay. Doesn't matter because later on his mom is being cool by smoking cigarettes and also being miserable. Logan is also being miserable by being grief, but he ain't cool because he's not smoking. They're both asleep until someone knocks at the door in the middle of the night. Logan gets up, he peeks through the blinds, there's a car outside. Car honks and goes bye-bye. What does this dumbass do? Well, of course he goes back to check. It's not like the driver could be going back to get some speed and run him over. Logan, you should know better. You saw what happened to your dad. Didn't you take some notes about how big metal boxes on wheels can sometimes be a threat to your life?
Go outside, please get murdered.
Sadly, no one runs him over. But Martha shows up asking, who are you? What are you doing at our property? And then she runs away as soon as Logan questions if she needs help. Congrats, Logan, you managed to scare the crazy lady away. Now he goes back inside, enters his mom's bedroom, and wakes her up to tell what just happened, right? Of course not! He just picks a photo and starts mourning over his dead father. Gotta love how a car just showed up. The woman was crazy, and he's like, yep.
Yeah, and now they're just like, oh, I miss my dad.
Who the fuck do you think you are, mate? Lydia did? No. First, because her mother dies, not her dad. Second, because her relationship with her father sucks. And third, because she's cool, you're not. Back to the movie, Logan gets jump scared by the invisible hand of the market. Sorry, that's actually just the best character trying to wake him up because the open house starts in 15 minutes. Snowy, what does this guy do to be so amazing? I mean, why is he the best character? Don't worry, I've got you. His name is Ed, and he's the only idiot in this movie who is worthy of love. Look at him working, he gotta get some papers, do Logan's bed because he's an imbecile, the only functional character. Look at the guy running now. He looks there, he looks back at me.
I love you, Ed.
Ed, you're my favorite. Open house starts and oh my god, evil combat boots. Logan and Naomi are having lunch, but they're broke, so credit card gets declined, mom can't find money in her purse, so Logan offers to pay, explaining that he's using birthday money. Don't worry, Logan, no one here thinks you're capable of getting employed or robbing anyone. It requires muscles, a gun, or at least some brain cells, and you don't have any of those. Anyway, we start playing a game of what would you do if you won the lottery, and the only interesting thing we find out is that Naomi likes photography. Weird, that reminds me of someone. No, I'm not accusing the writers of anything, I just really like mentioning Beetlejuice the Musical. What can I say, Beetlejuice the Musical is my Roman Empire. Logan says she should start right now because she doesn't need to win the lottery to do that, and he's right. Maybe he does have a brain, but to compensate, Naomi says the dumbest thing, which is, now you sound like your dad. But if the dad was in the conversation, he'd probably go like... Get it? It's because he's dead. The duo is now buying clothes because those are obviously more affordable than food, and they can't be spending money at this moment. Shop guy flirts with Naomi, Logan gets mad because no one can talk to his mom. She has to die without ever moving on or making any friends. They go back inside and... Oh, Jesus! But the real jump scare is Logan is developing thoughts. He talks about how weird and unsafe open houses are. You've got a point. You're watching a movie, one has to pee, the other one's hungry. Door moves! How can you not hear that? Phone rings, Naomi can only hear echoing. Oh my god, there's someone in the house and we're such a prankster. Maybe it's the man in black. Logan goes to his room to eat cereal in misery, but oh no, his phone is missing. Gotta ask mom if she saw it, right? And of course, she's taking a shower. It can't be a horror movie without showing someone at least half naked, am I right? Logan tries to find his cell phone by calling with his mom's, but he notices that the bowl of cereal just moved downstairs. And honestly, I was so bored that for a moment I thought that the cell phone was inside the cereal. I don't get it. Was it inside the cereal bowl? Anyway, he hears something in the basement. Naomi goes there in nothing but a towel because the shower is cold. She can't light the matches for some reason. Maybe being an idiot is a family trait because the genetics are working, I guess. Door slams shut and now Naomi's pissed off at her son because she thinks he did it. Next day, Logan is running. They see Mr. Shopman peeking inside the house. Creep. Turns out he just saw the for sale sign and he was interested in the house. Logan goes inside throwing a tiny tantrum like any high schooler that looks like a grown-ass man. To support Naomi, Chris, yes, he has a name, I just like Mr. Shopman better. Anyway, Guy says he understands Logan because he was a teenager. Once. Thanks for specifying, Chris. I actually mean it, thank you for specifying, Chris, because if I see another grown-ass adult that's actually a teenager, I'm gonna fucking die. Naomi says that he should call the realtor. He agrees, takes a few steps, and goes like, hey, since I'm already here, could I peek inside? Surely no one is dumb enough to let a stranger that they've talked to once in their whole life go inside their house. That, may I remind you, is not theirs. But of course Naomi doesn't care. He called her pretty the other day. He must be a nice fella. So, you looking to move? I'm thinking about it. I'd kill for this kind of privacy. Now, this is definitely an expression one should be using while talking to and entering the house of, again, a stranger. But it's okay, there are people out there who would actually kill for less. Or for no reason at all. I didn't catch her name. She didn't throw it! Wait, I just realized an important detail. They just told each other's name now. Way to go! And she just leaves him alone to look around. Amazing. I'ma make this real quick. Logan is being miserable, Chris goes to the basement, and just like that, we don't have any more updates on him. Naomi tries to find him, assumes he left, Logan gets pissed because he finds out his mom just let him in. And that's valid, but I think he was more worried about Chris hitting on his mom than Chris being a criminal. Naomi finds her camera and leaves to take some pictures. Meanwhile, Logan left the house for whatever the fuck this scene is. Oh my god, I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Boom! Mac and cheese. And then Martha shows up with banana bread and acts like a creep. Wow, who would have guessed? Hey, I know this is an open house and the point is for people to come in and see if they like the house, but I'm so sorry, my husband and I came here the other day to see it. You told me that your husband is dead. Why would I say that? He's alive! Martha is a gaslighter. Naomi's taking a shower again, and that must be really important to the plot because we kind of see her tatas. Water gets cold again, Naomi's mad and goes to the basement in the towel again to fix the thing. Water gets cold again. Finally, she thinks about asking Logan to fix it. Mr. Evil Combat Boots is having the time of his life with this idiot teenager who fails twice to light a match. Also, bro is fast and sneaky. In the middle of the night, Logan has to take a piss and, oh no, he can't find his glasses. Anyway, we see Mr. Evil Combat Boots again. He's built like a wall. Where is he hiding? How can he be so sneaky? Oh. There he is. Sometimes being plain sight is the perfect hiding spot. The next day, Logan is running again, and he almost dies because he's weak. Then Martha finds him, Naomi gets back home with her son, Plumber shows up to fix the water heater. Naomi then is confused because she just found her beloved family picture in the trash can. Also, she gets scared when the plumber is back. He talks about how he fixes stuff for Martha since her husband passed away. Naomi says that Martha told her different things. Turns out she has Alzheimer. Martha, I'm so sorry for everything I've said. You're an amazing lady, and I bet your banana bread is amazing too. Surprise, surprise, the plumber found Logan's phone by the water heater. Naomi is pissed. She stops Logan from being miserable and interrogates him. Son, I know you're sad your dad died, but for fuck's sake, why do you go around destroying family pictures, scaring me by shutting the basement door, and then taking the hot water away from me? My showers are important for the plot. I didn't do it, Mom. Is it because you're mad at me? I've got a lot to deal with. I can't deal with this too. I didn't do anything, Mom. You're completely fucking insane. I'm telling you all, if the mother was Latina, Logan would already be with his father. I fucking hate you, Mom. Dad's gone and you don't even care. If he was still here, everything would be fine. He's the reason we're in this situation. He was irresponsible. He didn't care about any of us. I wish it was you who died. I know the whole script from this musical and they should be hugging by now and actually communicating. Wait a minute. You're not Lydia Dietz. Logan wakes up in the middle of the night again. He hears something in the basement. Oh no, it's his dad and he's dying by throwing up ketchup. Oh, it was all a dream. Look, it's been an hour already and this is all that happened in the movie. And at the same time, nothing happened. And there's still 30 minutes left. Surely something will happen, right? There's still something for us. Logan leaves for a run, Naomi's getting the photos she's taken, but she runs into Chris, who offers her his number. Quick dating advice: if you like someone, but they didn't ask for your number, don't give them your number for fuck's sake. Camera keeps changing between Naomi, Logan, and the basement door, when out of nowhere, it's dark already and Naomi's all, get in the car bitch, sister called me, realtor said someone broke into her house. Now let's go straight to danger instead of calling the police or something. And when they arrive, look at that, Mr. Wall prepared a date, how nice. He even calls the house phone, but he's too shy to say a thing. And since being shy is a crime, now they call the police. And surprise, surprise, the police thinks it's just a prank made by kids. Even Logan is confused. Mom, police won't do crap, let's go to a hotel, it's dangerous here. No, we're too poor. Why don't you ask for your sister's help? Wanna know what they did to deal with the weird things happening and the possibility of someone leaving there without them knowing? They bring the stable to who the hell knows. Logan finds Chris's number and calls him, so you can imagine her surprise when she opens the door, finds Chris, and hears her son saying that he called him. In the end, Logan was just pissed because he wanted Chris for himself. He has a huge crush on Chris, and I don't think I can make that joke because in the movie he's in high school. Please, I beg you, stop casting grown-ass men to portray high schoolers. Chris and Logan go outside to check if there's someone stalking, and even if they found someone, they'd have to either run or throw their flashlights, cause I doubt they even consider getting a knife for self-defense. But again, at least Logan is a huge idiot. If he had a knife, he'd probably like kill his mom by accident or something. Anyway, Chris sleeps on the couch while Naomi and Logan share a room upstairs because they're both shitting themselves, rightfully. As Logan is about to take his contacts off to go to sleep, he hears something. Spoiler alert, it's Chris. He's dead, he's in the car, and his throat is lit. Also, it's funny how Logan couldn't realize what was happening from the door. Apparently, he's blind even with the contacts on. By getting too close, Mr. Evil Wall Combat Boots I don't know what slams his head and he passes out. Then he gives him a nice wash. Evil Guy sleeps with Naomi and she doesn't notice that's not her son. Woman, your son is built like a Minecraft end rod. Right now a fucking fridge just plopped itself by your side, please. Naomi gets up and starts looking at the photos she took because she can't sleep. Wait a minute, I didn't take these pictures. Upon noticing someone analyzing his photographing skills, Mr. Wall gets up and Naomi is screaming like crazy. Mr. Evil chokes her until she passes out, and when Naomi wakes up, she's tied up to a chair.
Wow, those are some nice fingers you have there. Anyway.
Logan wakes up and manages to go inside to help his mom, and they talk a lot for people who are close to death. Logan then goes downstairs to find a phone and call the police. Nope, doesn't work. Logan then tries the cell phone, and it's without the SIM card, which is fine. He can still make emergency calls and what the fuck? Man, what the fuck are you doing? You can literally still call the police just fine. Also, your mom's dying, so you should probably do something about it. Just do something. Yes, go around this huge house with a knife in hands while you don't know where your mom is and you're clearly panicking without a plan. Also, I get that the house is big, but I'ma spoil it. She's in the basement. How can you not realize that the screams are coming from downstairs? Yes, go after your mom. Go find her. Do something. You see, when I said do something, I didn't mean as in, hey Logan, why don't you go kill your mom before that guy does it? Logan then tries to run away, but Mr. Evil gets him. He removes his contacts and then he lets him go. I get it, you wanna have fun while doing crimes, but it would be easier if you just poked his eyes or something. But who cares about that? Logan is running away. He's good at running, right? So his running skills will be helpful. Finally, he will survive. Oh yeah, at some point Logan has to stop and hide behind a log, but it's just Martha. We love you, Martha. Logan then keeps running till sunrise. Nothing can stop this running machine, besides himself because he stops to drink water. And of course, Mr. Evil Combat Boots, who just murdered Logan. Everyone's dead, we see a car with someone, probably Mr. Evil Wall Combat Boots, going to another open house. Okay, so let's get this straight. He's a serial killer who likes open houses, so there is a pattern for the police to follow. But just forget about it, because the police and everyone in this movie is dumb. Well, what happens next, Snowy? Nothing. That's it. That's the end of the movie. There's no more movie, just like there's no more happiness inside me after making this reveal. I hope you had a wonderful time, because I sure didn't. Now excuse me, I gotta edit this video and once it's out, pray that it reaches enough people. Not only because I want to save their time with my amazing narrative, but because I need money. You know, I kind of just got a new apartment and I have 2 cats. Watch my other videos, watch my streams, buy my merch. I just want to cry.